250 away from our 500, that extra 500 goal that we made. So let's allow for that to happen. We're gonna kick this thing off, man. So the name of this training today is maximizing our 24 hours. How do we feel about today? How do we feel about today? I'm feeling really, really good. Really, really good. How many of us were able to see the new Chairman 10 that actually just dropped today from our family? Jay Mew. Let's see if he's on the call. If we can get Jay Mew on the call, we'd love to hear from him. If possible. All right, family, but before we see if we can get Jamie on this call, I want everybody to just join me in prayer real quick, briefly. All right, and if you're driving, all right, and if you're in an environment where you need your eyesight, please, please, please be safe. And do not close your eyes. But for the rest of us, family, please close your eyes and join me in prayer really quick, briefly, Lord. All right. Dear Lord, thank you for waking us up this morning, Lord. Thank you for bringing us here together collectively again, Lord, and allowing for us to just have another 24 hours to work in your favor, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to call each other family, Lord. Thank you for providing us with just the many blessings and lessons of that only you know how to provide us, Lord. Please forgive us of all our sins, Lord. Please continue to watch over, protect us, and guide us, Lord, and lead us in the right direction, Lord. Please, Lord, I hope that anyone on this call who is sick, Lord, anyone in the world who is sick, Lord, please allow for them to become healthy, Lord. Please allow for people to have clarity, Lord. And just allow for people to walk in your purpose and walk in your light, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to come together collectively every single day, Lord. All right, with a common mission, a common goal, and genuine love, Lord. Please, Lord, I pray that you protect and guide each and every person on this call. You protect and guide my family members, Lord. And you allow for them to just achieve all of the things of which they need to achieve, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, amen, amen. Can we get our prayer hands up? Today's going to be a good Sunday. It's going to be a really, really good week. Let me put my glasses. How was our weekend thus far? Talk to me. Anybody? What did we do this weekend? Anybody spend time with family? What did we do? We partied. We got on the trainings. What did we do this weekend? Tell me about our weekend. We celebrated team building events. Beautiful study. Somebody says, do say team cookout, family training, family playing joint Forex. All right, beautiful, beautiful family. So whatever it is we did, I'm more than sure we all rocked it out. All right. And I'm just blessed to just be able to just get some of these responses and be able to talk with you guys. And I'm glad we all had a great, great weekend. Somebody says nothing but lunch and synergy retreat. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The one thing I want to say before we get into kind of like effectively what we need to be doing with our 24 hours, I do want to say I am extremely, extremely proud of each and every one of you guys, especially the leaders, especially my chairman leaders at this point. It's just beautiful to see some of the stuff that is happening and just to see you guys recreate your success within other people is just the biggest blessing for me to watch. So I'm extremely, extremely grateful for what's to come. All right. And I want you guys to give me 1 second. 1 second. I need some guys. All right, we're back. We are back. So yeah, family, it's amazing. It's amazing. If you were at an event or training this week in the past 7 days, I want you to go ahead and drop a 1. If you were at an event or training these past 7 days, I want you to go ahead and drop a 1. It's been amazing. I want you guys to all, this is just a key fact, a key thing to note. Those of us who are having these events and training, make sure you capture the moment, whether it be an iPhone photo, iPhone video, videographer. But these are historical times. And it's bigger than just even from a marketing aspect for you to just post it on the internet, make your video. 5 years, 2 years, even 5 months, 6 months from now, you're going to be able to go look back at some of this content, and you'll really start to see how you single-handedly and your family single-handedly changed the narrative. That's one thing that now, even as I'm going back and look at some of the content, I'm just seeing up-and-coming leaders and the things they're doing now, and it just like blows my mind. So I want you guys to make sure you all do that. But we're killing it right now. We're killing it, and we're doing extremely well. And I just want to make sure each and every one of us, family, regardless of whatever rank you are, regardless of however long you've been in the business, I just want to make sure we all are kind of on the same page on just exactly what it is we need to be doing from a day-to-day basis to ensure that we're getting the results that not only we want, but the results that are going to drive our business to the next level. All right, drop a 5 if that's okay. We can go over collectively just the things that we need to know on a day-to-day basis to make sure that we are positioned in front of greatness, and we make sure, more importantly, our family is positioned as well. And that's super important. I want you to understand that it's your responsibility to gain success within this opportunity and gain results, not simply because you're going to make money and you're going to win, but results is what's actually going to be able to take the business to the next level and make some of these dreams come true. And that's why it's really your responsibility. And I need each and every one of us now, regardless of your rank, to take a step back. We need to make sure that we are in alignment with the GOATs and with the greats and what they're doing with their 24 hours. All right. So first things first, kind of want to talk to you guys from an internal perspective first. And then we're going to kind of get into the external and just the things that are like constant in your life that you need to take advantage of. But there's also some things that you are in full control of, and it might not be a constant. And I need for you to make sure that these things are constant in your life. And I'll be very brief because I know we've kind of been talking about a lot of this stuff, and you pretty much are going to know everything I'm going to tell you. So I want to be very brief and direct so you can know what exactly is you need to focus on this week and the things you need to exactly be doing to the T. All right. So the first thing I want everybody to do, you need to be exercising your faith on a day-to-day basis. All right. Am I lagging? Drop 777 if you can hear me and see me loud and clear. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. For those of you guys who might be lagging, maybe check your Wi-Fi, your service, but we seem to be good, right? But on a day-to-day basis, family, I need you to be exercising your faith, all right? And it doesn't matter what specific religious you practice. It doesn't matter what race you are in this call, what demographic you are, what part of the world you in, how cool you are, how fly you are, how good you dress, how bad you dress, how attractive you are, how handsome, how beautiful. None of these things matter as it pertains to you exercising your faith on a day-to-day basis. All right. I want everybody to put in the chat box, I am not in control. I am not in control. All right. I am not in control. All of the success that is happening in your life, all of the lessons, all of the blessings, all of the arguments, all of the beautiful moments. I want us to all understand, first things first, they're in alignment in your life. These things were supposed to happen. All right. And you are not in control. All right. Believe in something. Believe in something. Believe in yourself. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about right here. As far as bigger picture, where you're going, we all have to understand, okay, I am not in control. And I want you to exercise your faith on a day-to-day basis, because now what this is doing is allowing for you to put your life into someone else's hands, something else's hands. And it's never, ever going to be another specific individual. All right. I don't want you to put your life in your best friend's hands, your mentor's hands, your upline's hands. These are people who are set up in alignment for you to win. All right. But when it's all said and done, your life is in God's hands. I firmly believe our life and God, I feel like, let me say that better. I firmly believe our lives in this story and what we're doing is 100% wrapped in God's hands. So I need you to wake up and start practicing and exercising that faith on a day-to-day basis. And I am not the most religious person in the world. I say that a lot. I say that a lot to my family members because I want you to understand that sometimes, the adjustment from not praying every day and not really having this belief system to, okay, it being implemented every day in your life, you're praying. Sometimes it may make you a little bit uncomfortable. All right. And it's all right. It's all right. Go through it. All right. And the things that you want to do on a day-to-day basis to continue to just practice your faith is just pray. Just wake up and pray on a day-to-day basis. I'm not saying you have to go to church every week. I don't go to church every week, but I want you to continue to pray on a day-to-day basis. All right. And when you pray for everybody, pray for the ups, the downs. But that's to each his own. But I need you on a day-to-day basis to be practicing and instilling that faith system within yourself. because it's going to benefit you while beyond iMarkets Live, iMastery, while beyond Chairman 750, while beyond you making results, you profitable in this market. It's literally going to start to benefit you in all different areas of your life. And we all have things that we're looking to do. And this opportunity is, so to speak, the stepping stone for a lot of the things we're looking to do. All right. And you have to understand that even in itself is God's work, him putting a position or putting something in front of you that's going to kind of free up your life in all different aspects. So you got to kind of realize that you're praying for this opportunity to work, but you're really just praying for your life to work and get better. And I want us to all just implement that on a day-to-day basis. I kid you not. Some of the stress and the struggles you're having, you're going to start to take this stress. And I'm not the best at talking about this religious stuff, but I just need you here to trust me, family. I talk from the heart, and I pretty much up until this point, I've never steered you wrong. And I also do make mistakes as well. But I need you on this part, family. I need us all to consciously be remembering that we're not in control, all right? And we need to be working on our spirituality, whatever specific religion it is. We need to be working on it and praying into that on a day-to-day basis, all right? Drop a 7 if we understand that, and we can move forward. And I feel it. And the main reason I stress that now when I speak, I was telling this to my Stock Trials and family yesterday, is because everything else that we're kind of going to talk about and move forward is kind of in the external world. These are like constants, the things that are not going to change. The company's not going to change. The educators are not going to change. The training schedule is not going to change. However, I've realized my ability to truly conquer just this opportunity and just certain things in my life is solely because of my spirituality and being able to have some of these conversations with people who pray every day. They preach every day, or whatever the case is, and they've allowed for me to grow in my faith. And ultimately, I take that over to the business, and on a day-to-day basis, just some of the things that I have to do, they get done a lot more quicker and effectively. And without sweat, really, because I understand I'm not in control and certain things are designed for me to happen. All right, drop a 777 if this is making sense, because even to me, this is a fairly new me kind of talking and getting this in depth into the faith thing. And sometimes to me, I'll be honest, I sound crazy. Drop a 5 if you think I sound crazy. There's one person on this call maybe think I sound crazy. It is all right. All right, beautiful. I really love you guys. All right, so let's keep it pushing now. So now that we have the faith thing internal, all right, boom. That's maybe, I love you guys so much more, I promise. All right, but let's get into it now for your success. So that's your internal world. Those are the things you have to kind of do for you to you. All right. Also, we have in 24 hours, I tell people you should work out, all that stuff. But I firmly believe now that prayer, that faith, some of those things where you know that you need to be working out, some of those things, those weaknesses or those points of strength in your life that are going to take you to the next level, I firmly believe like the prayer is going to kind of stretch that out. And it's to each his own. Some people may not need to work out in the morning. Some people may need to wake up and make sure they get a breakfast in the morning. But whatever it is, whatever the things you need to be doing to make sure that you're effective, to get in front of these Zoom calls and to put yourself in a position to win and you can make the money, I firmly believe like God is going to help you do that. So please, please, please make sure you tend to that area in your life. All right. The next thing now is we have the physical. Let's talk about your constants in your life and how great your God is, because these things are happening for you right now. I want you to understand these things that I'm going to say, they're happening in your life right now. And it's not, you may not be fully taking advantage of it, not because you don't know what you're doing, but simply because you may not be aware of what exactly is going on, or your perspective on a specific opportunity, or within your 24 hours, you may not truly understand how you can really violate, right? And violate, I say that in a good word, like take full advantage of all of the things and all of the blessings that are set forth in front of you. All right. So I'm going to take it a step. I'm going to take it all the way back. We're going to take it all the way back from like somebody, if it's your very first day, what do you need to be doing? Right. The first thing that I need everybody to do is I need to make sure that you're positioned in front of the information. So when you see a call like this, or you see a leader, your favorite leader, when they do these calls, I want you to make sure that you're in a position to at the very least intake the information. All right. Right now, you're intaking information because some of us were positioned in front of the information before it actually happened. All right. there are people right now, right? This business, we damn near have over 30,000 people within our specific family. We have over 100,000 people within Trade House, but it ultimately always seems like, why isn't there 100,000 people on a call? Or why isn't there 30,000 people on a call? Or why isn't every single call maxed out like Steph's call was maxed out? And the simple reason is because most people in this opportunity are not positioned in front of the information. All right. And it's not their fault. It's just they're not aware of what's going on. But that's why it's me and your job now to make sure that we prioritize just what people should be focusing on. Because at this point, you have to realize this. How many of you are in over 5 different Telegram chats? Drop a 5. Some of us are in 5 different Telegram chats, 20 different Telegram chats, 2 different iMessage chats. It's okay. I understand, because Nathan Samuel is in every single one of the chats for the most part. All right. And actually, I may not be, because the family has grown so expansive and there's so many teams now within the family where I might not be in all of the chats. All right. But this is where I need you to make sure that all of the chats are positioned, all right, in front of the information the same way the GOATs are. So you can get the same results as an Imran Ritchie, the same results as an Answer, the same results as a Marquita Jackson, and more importantly, the same results as Jamie, the newest Chairman 10, who just popped today. All right. And if we can also get Jamie on this call, I would love him to give some words at the end. Yeah. So what this and there's so many chats now, family. There's so many chats. All right, Jamie, you say, let me panelist, bro, right now. Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second, so I don't forget. All right. So let's get to it though, family. So there's a lot of chats, but there's 2 chats specifically that I need you to be in now, and they need to be pinned to the top, and you need to make sure that your family revolves their business around these 2 chats. I kid you not. If you try this, I kid you not, you will get the same results as Imran Ritchie. How do I know this? Because 100 Summers is positioned around these 2 chats. All right, you'll get the same results as a Vic Hardison. How do I know this? Because Stocks Rising is positioned around these 2 chats. All right, you'll get the same results as a Rubens, Chairman 50. How do I know this? Because Pipaholics is positioned around these 2 chats. Right, for a second now, family, you go ahead and drop your team name in the chat. Talk to me real quick. Go ahead and drop your team name in the chat. BBP, Breadwinners. BBP is a great example as well, positioned around these 2 chats. All right. Millennial Wealth, positioned around these 2 chats. All right. Oh, wow. There's a lot of names now, family. Whoa. It's like new, Easy Money, Top 3, Cream Team. I know we know Cream Team. Scuba. This is beautiful. Shout out to Y too as well. All right, family. But each and every one of these chats, now everybody focus. Slow down the chat box for a second. Each and every one of these family teams that you're in, each and every one of these family environments that you're currently writing in the chat box, you need to make sure every single person in this chat and this chat as a collective is revolving around these 2 chats. All right, the first chat, what is the most important chat that I'm going to tell you about today? What is Nathan Samuel's favorite chat? Education. There we go. New Launchpad Educational Chat 2.0. Family, you need to make sure each and every person, when you log into Iron Master, you go to Rank Report and you see how many people is in your business, you need to make sure each and every one of them are in the New Launchpad Educational Chat. The New Launchpad 2.0 chat it's a collective, it's a safe space. I like it. It's like for, trainings, all that stuff. When we open it up for profits, it's more exciting. That's kind of like hype collectively. It just reminds us we're all here together. But the main chat that you need to prioritize is the educational chat. All right? Slow down, family. I'm going to send the links right now to your chairman leader. So we're going to do it live. And I don't need you to hit up Nathan Samuel. I need you to hit up your chairman leaders and get the links to these chats. All right? The first one I'm going to send right now is the New Launchpad Educational Chat. All right, and I sent it, family. And I want everybody to understand. 777 real quick, if you can see me and hear me loud and clear. All right, beautiful, beautiful. I want everybody to understand, though, that there's currently about 10,000 people in the new Launchpad educational chat. But collectively within the business, there's about 30,000 people. All right. So that means, family, especially my chairman leaders, I need you to pay attention to this. My chairman leaders, that means majority of your business is not in these chats. All right. And for those of us focused on what I'm saying, the chat box is not necessarily going to help you make money right now. All right. Hit up your chairman leaders for the link. All right. Everybody who's anybody who you know who's chairman 10 and above within Launchpad, they currently have the new Launchpad link. All right. So I want you to, after this call, write it down in your notes right now. Okay, new Launchpad educational channel. So you write that down. You know that this is a chat that you need to be in. This is Nathan Samuel's favorite chat in the whole wide world. This is what educates me. All right. How many of us are familiar with HFX, the new thing that it's making people a great deal of money, and it's just creating a lot of traction within the opportunity. All right. HFX. We had Steph now. We had Steph this week on Saturday, right? Host a training. All right. And where was that training sent out? New Launchpad educational chat. And most people, right? Because I'm telling you, most people are not in this chat. Most people did not position themselves to kind of know about the new best thing or the new thing that's going to take our business to the next level simply because they were not positioned in the chat. And they have also other people on the opposite end of the spectrum who began to make some money, who are funded up, who are screaming clear, 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 simply because they're put in front of the information. And this is just one specific kind of topic as it pertains to the channel, but you're going to have your foundation. You're going to have your trading plan. All right. They're going to teach you now how to utilize different strategies within Iron Mastery with the different products. And at the end of the day, they're literally on a day-to-day basis. You're going to get four different times where you're going to be educated by people who look like you and have the results you want. I cannot stress that enough. 4 times a day, 28 times a week, 112 times a month. All right. There's no place elsewhere right now inside this company and outside of this company where people who look like you are coming in front of you 112 times a month to generally tell you some things. So that's what I'm telling you. You need to prioritize this chat. All right. Because this is what your mentors and your leaders are doing as well to help all of us hit the next level, to help you hit P600, hit Platinum 1000, hit Platinum 2000. The last thing you want to do is watch your mentor, pay attention to big picture, and you watch your mentor. All right. You don't want to watch Imran, watch me, watch David. You need to just come watch me, Imran, and David come stand next together collectively, and we all are watching the big picture. And that's why I love like verbally telling people this type of stuff, because you have to understand this is how the leaders who we all love and admire, this is how they got the success they want. Because Nathan Samuel didn't allow for them to watch him watch David. Nathan Samuel said, yo, come here, family. You guys, everybody come here. Let's all just watch David. All right. I need each and every one of you guys to realize, okay, when we talk about faith and we get on these calls, we say, I am God's highest form of creation. All right. We say that humbly, but you also have to understand that anything you see anybody else doing in this business, you can take full advantage of. So with that being said, if you see your leaders who you love and adore, you got to pay attention. Jamie just dropped Chairman 10 today. How are these people continuing to hit these ranks? It's because they're positioned in front of the information and they're taking the time to sit down and actually get on it. All right. And I'm going to get into that next. But first things first, a lot of us, we may not truly get to where we need to go. We may not be truly getting the success we desire on a day-to-day basis simply because we're not positioned in front of the information. Family, you don't want to wait for someone to send you the link to the 12, 3, 5, and 9 for you to get on it. You want to be directly connected to the source. You want to see in the Launchpad educational channel, 12, 3, 5, and 9 drop, and then you want to forward it to your chats. You want to forward it to your chats. You don't want to be in a chat where it gets forwarded to and your people are getting forwarded to, because then you're relying on other people. All right. You are the greatest. You are the best. You're the GOAT. All right. Everybody go ahead and drop a GOAT emoji for yourself real quick. Go ahead and drop a GOAT emoji real quick in the chat box. All right. And simply because you are the GOAT, now you have to start to move as the GOAT's move. That's one thing I want everybody to understand. If you feel as if you have reached GOAT status, all right, which we all are, because we all are in alignment with one another, and we all are watching the bigger picture together, I need you now to start to align your days with what the GOATs are doing. So first things first, every single person is in the new Launchpad educational chat. All right, the next chat now that I'm going to tell you about now is, what do we think the next chat is now? What is the next chat that I tell you that you need to prioritize? Somebody says MW2, no. New Launchpad Channel 2.0. There we go. New Launchpad Channel 2.0. And I want you to understand, I see a lot of us dropping subgroups and different things of that nature. Those are beautiful, and no, we're not discrediting that. But right now, I'm teaching you how to prioritize information so you can maximize in your 24 hours. Trust me. Trust me. All right? New Launchpad Channel 2.0 is now your second favorite chat in the whole wide world. All right? And the reason for that being is now because you have the top educators, and it's some of the most powerful people I've seen within this opportunity. Now they're giving you, it's not signals. I don't want to say signals, but they're giving you trade ideas from the products now that are now allowing for you to bridge that gap between you and the product. And it also giving you to take profits, it giving you to stop loss. And now on a day-to-day basis now, with little things like the trading plan, you have traders live like myself now who are going in there and who are telling you, okay, go ahead and re-enter the trade. All right, drop a 5 on the XPX trade you see when I said it's time to re-entry. Let's get another re-entry. I think it was on Friday, and it was a great re-entry. Everybody should have made a lot of money. All right, and it's to the point where people are almost telling you exactly what to do. Aside from HFX, that's a beautiful world that we're going to explore into. We're going to dive into. We also have educators like Delano Bender who's going crazy on XPX. We have educators like Jen who took the time to actually learn from US 30 Kim, and she's actually sending out trades for us. And they also take profit as well. Drop a 5 now, drop a 6. Let's switch it up. Drop a 6 if we're in the New Launchpad channel and you profited from a US 30 trade. All right. We also have, it gets further. We have educators like Imran Ritchie, Johnny Flash, Ricardo Hussey, Darion. All right, all Platinum 5000 and above. We have educators like them who are now utilizing the products like the Harmonic Scanner, Shooting Star, different strategies now, and also sending out trades for you to profit off as well. All right, and I want you to understand that the reason I speak so highly of it, and I'm so confident that that you need to prioritize these in your life, is because you have to think, Nathan Samuel right now, I'm around, I'm doing events, I'm trying to help people, but I also have to have results when I'm in these events speaking to people. I have to have something tangible, all right, that I can show that, okay, this works. Because at the end of the day, results speak louder than anything. If you don't show results, people will not join the business. We all can attest to that, all right? And this is exactly where I'm getting my results from. I am not getting a single trade from any other place right now because I understand that this channel, these chats are 100% backed by the company and by products, as well as by people who have the results that, let's be honest, I want, I desire. All right. So I need you guys, just trust me here. Only this week, take trades from New Launchpad channel and get on every single training from the educational channel. All right. They go hand in hand. They coincide because you cannot, I repeat, and I want everybody to listen to this. You cannot just get on. You cannot just take trades from New Launchpad channel and think that you're going to profit the same way as a Nathan Samuel. And you also have to educate yourself as well. And that's what the trainings are for. So you have 12, 3, 5, and 9. That's 4 trainings a day. All right. 28 trainings a week, 112 trainings a month. And I need you guys to get on the trainings as well. All right. And I want us to all understand this. All right. We all have the same 24 hours. We all have things in life that we have to tend to. All right. But drop a 1 if this is for your why. Be honest. Drop a 1 if this opportunity is a stepping stone for your why and for the things that you are truly looking to do in life. All right. And this is where now you have to start to evaluate yourself on how serious you're prioritizing the things you need to do in order to become successful in this life. Even in the past 60 days, the past 2 months, I had to reprioritize exactly what it is I'm living for, exactly what it is I'm here to do. What does Nathan Samuel need to be doing with his time to make sure that his why becomes a reality? Simply put, family, you need to start back on these trainings every day. When Brandon Thompson says back at zero, get back at zero, it's simply because we understand, okay, there's things we need to know, there's places we need to go, more importantly, and there's things that we need to do on a day-to-day basis in order to make sure that happens. And I want you to understand, family, in this opportunity, master success, it's not necessarily like you do something, then you do something harder, you do something harder, you do something harder, you do something harder, you do something harder. And then it's like, oh, you're chairman 250, you're chairman 750, you're chairman 500. Family, it actually is the complete opposite. And this is why most people, I want you to understand, You want to be credible. You don't want to be known in this business. You just want to be credible. It's not a popularity contest. It's not about who can max out the close the most. It's at the end of the day, who has the most results and who's the most credible person, who can put you in, who can take someone, take them from person A, exhibit A, this is the life they live, to know, okay, this is the life they want to live, and this is the things that they want to happen in fruition. This is how you have leaders who, like Amron, who's going to drop 5 chairmen in a year. All right? Pay attention now, family. You do not want to be well known in this opportunity. Your only job is to become credible and to have results breathing in your life on a day-to-day basis. All right? And how does that happen, family? You focus on the little things every day. That training, that foundation, you need to get on 112 times so you can learn it from 112 different perspectives in 1 month. Because if you listen, check this out. If you listen to a foundation 112 times in 30 days from someone who makes 6 figures and who has the results they want, and they look like us, let's be transparent. What does that mean for your next 30 days as it pertains to you and foundations? Just take a step and think about it. And I was telling this to leaders. It's like the corny stuff you hear all your life. You hang around 4 million, it should be the 5th. It's the corny stuff, but you got to understand it needs to apply in your life. And you may not be getting the results you want because you're not dedicated to your success the way you need to be. You may not be as credible as you think you are. This is the worst part. You may not be as credible as society thinks you are. I had to reevaluate my life because there's times where, okay, you know in your heart you're not as credible as society needs you to be. And how do you finagle yourself out of that situation every time? You pray when you wake up and you get to work on the little things on a day-to-day basis. 12-3-5-9 family, those things will change your life. I kid you not. And it was a point where we were like, as leaders, me and your chairman leaders, and I want you to realize you have the best chairman leaders in the world, in the whole company. Don't quote me on that. Please, I hope nobody recorded me say that. But that's just the transparency of what's going on. These are the people who I listen to on a day-to-day basis. All right? And I want you to understand that now they're educating us on a day-to-day basis. And there was a point where we collectively said, hey, maybe we should we stop the 12-3-5-9? Should we not include this? But then each and every time we get to that point, we realize how many people are benefiting from us on a day-to-day basis, educating each other. So we're going to continue to keep it. But all I need you to do, family, is make sure you make a promise to me that you're going to prioritize your success on a day-to-day basis. I need you to say, I promise. We need to make the promise to each other. Please, in the chat box, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. Because at the end of the day, you getting on these trainings, it won't benefit Nathan Samuel, but it'll benefit your village beyond belief. Because now you're just that much more well-rounded. You're just that much more knowledgeable. You're just that much more credible. Now when people have tough times and people are not being able to get over the hurdles and the humps in their business because you're educated and you're well-versed and you understand the business from a holistic standpoint, now you can help these people. And that's just a promise that we're going to make to each other, because I kid you not, I've watched people change their life on a 30 to 60 day to 90-day basis, a 3 or 4 month basis, but you need to prioritize your success. Some of us right now, I was talking to a young lady, she was 17 years old, Platinum 600 yesterday, working at Kroger. I said, we need to quit the job tomorrow. We need to quit the job tomorrow because Kroger is capitalizing on your time. And if you just prioritize your time and you prioritize your why, my phone's about to die. You prioritize your time and your why. I kid you not. I kid you not. Massive, massive success will start to happen, not only for yourself, but those around you. And I want you to realize this. Each and every one of us, drop a 7 if you worked a job before in the past. Drop a 7 if you worked a job before in the past. And I always use this example. I used to work a job, and I used to work at the library. And I want you to understand that society and your God already, check this out. This is how your God works. Society and your God already has set you up for this position right now in your life. We've all done things in the past that we didn't necessarily want to do, but we did it because we understood that it would take care of our family, or it would be a means to an end for our family. Or more importantly, it was a stepping stool to get to the places we need to go. And on a day-to-day basis, we clock into that job and we learn things about this environment that we didn't necessarily need to know or want to know, but because our family and our why was attached, we ended up showing up every day and giving this establishment our time. All right, to make it make a little bit more sense, I used to work at a library when I was in high school. And every day, I hated working in the library. 4 hours a day, pushing a cart around, putting away books. All right. And I tell this to the family all the time. Look at Nathan Samuel. Why, I would never in my life be a librarian. However, though, pay attention to this. My God had put me in a position prior in my life for me to do things that I didn't necessarily want to do. I had to show up at different times. It may not have been 12, 3, 5, 9, but at that time it was okay. Today you got to work 12 to 4. Or today you got to work 3 to 8. Or today you got to work 5 to 9. And during these time frames now, because I was in an environment now, all right, I'm learning how to read better. I was telling this to the family yesterday. I was one of those kids in high school where up until I got to college and up until this librarian job, the only time I've ever read a book series front to back to front, all of the books, was Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All right. And I say that now because now as I'm working in the library now, I'm reading now because I have to be around these librarians. I have to watch what they do. I have to be a student to their game. I have to, because my mother, my family, we need this. More importantly, me, I'm an 18-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid. I need some sort of money so I can do the things I want to do in this life. But more importantly now, aside from the money and me wanting to take care of things, I learned from the environment. So now I'm reading books. Now I find myself, this is what I've read. And they used to have this thing for the librarians where you tally up each book you read. And if you check out a certain amount of books, you get benefits and points. And it was to a point on my last 90 days, I was the top. I checked out the most books. I kid you not. And I strongly believe that was all in alignment. That had to happen because shortly after that, now I go to college now. I'm in my first year of college. And now you got to read. It's like Morehouse College books and all that. And I ended up getting a 3.8 GPA my first year. All right, which I firmly believe set me up, all right, to now become an honorary member of Kappa Alpha Psi, because the gentleman on my campus said, okay, this gentleman is a credible man, and his grades are reflective of somebody who can be something. And what does Kappa bring for me? Bryce, this is where I meet Bryce Thompson. This is where I meet Joshua Stewart. This is where I meet Ronaldo Perez. This is where I meet George Kristaff. All up until this point, sometimes I ask God, damn, what if I decided to not go in the library? And what if I decided to try to be like some of my best friends and try to take on some of the same career paths or some of the same entrepreneurship paths that they had? I may have never got a 3.8 GPA that first year in college that landed me that Wall Street job, that landed me that connection with a brother in a fraternity. And I want you to understand that now, that was Nathan in his librarian job. But you also have to understand right now, and some of us don't take this to heart, but you're in a position right now where you're in that library. You have to go clock in, and you have to realize that your God, he didn't make you have to go actually be in the library. Your God said, yo, you got Iron Mastery. You have 112 trainings on a month-to-month basis that can get you where you need to go. And now 12359 Foundation, Harmonic Scanner, HFX Crosses, Trading Plan, IBO, marketing, all of these different trainings, family, is just you learning how to read. The same way Nathan didn't know how to read a book, and now he's in different topics. Now he's in different parts of the library. Now he's reading different types of books. He's educated. Now this is how you meet the Angiles of the world. Because now you're a little bit more educated. You can talk about different stuff. This is how you meet your potential business partners, family. But you need to go ahead now and become more credible. Now is not the time to become more known. Now is the time to become more credible, more resultful. Results is the only thing that's allowed for us to be here in this business. Because at one point, you only are sitting here with this confidence that it can work for you because of results. First, it had to catch your eye. You had to see it. That's why I got to get on these trainings. I take a 4 minute, and like it's not a break, but before every training, I take a 4 minutes to find out what exactly am I going to wear to capture your eye, because you want to see it. Subconsciously, we have to see it, family. You have to understand that you need to become more credible because your people need to see it. And after they see it, they're going to say, okay, show me. They're going to say, show me. And at that point, I can't necessarily show you a diamond chain or a Balenciaga sweater. I have to go in the event, in the training, the live training, and I have to show you my MetaTrader 4 live stream. And I have to show you that the trades that I took on my MetaTrader 4 history, they're in alignment with the same exact trades in the new Launchpad channel. I have to show you, right, after this training, everybody go look in the new Launchpad channel. Just look for Nathan Samuel's name when it's a reason that it's visible in that chat. Because you have to be seen, you have to be taught, you have to be led by your brothers and sisters. They have to show you that, okay, it doesn't matter necessarily what rank you are in. Results at the end of the day are what's going to allow for you to say, I can do this for my family. And now I'm only telling you this from a standpoint. Now I'm passing the baton. And this is why I tell you, as a family, when it's time for the world to see us, I will be your leader. I will be the greatest leader in the world for all of us. I do it time and time again. But when it's inside and it's just us, I'm your brother. And I feel as if that's so important for you to understand, because as a brother, if I talk to you, you understand that I'm looking at you eye to eye. But I also understand that on 24 hours, me and you are brothers. There's certain things that you're not doing with your 24 hours that are allowing for you to get the same results that I have had. And it's not necessarily any money that I've made, but it's more importantly, all of the success that's attached to what I'm doing with my 24 hours. And now you're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. Because I was telling leaders this yesterday, that when I was in your position, I didn't have 112 trainings. I didn't have 12-3-5-9. You want to know what I had? I had Brandon Thompson. And Brandon Thompson, he's one of the greatest GOATs. He is the Godfather. But you have to understand that your 24 hours and the things that your God has in store for you is a lot different than mine. It's a lot more versatility. When I was a P150, I didn't have a 250 to just genuinely come tell me stuff. I didn't have a 250 who's going to come to. And I want you guys to understand that these are your blessings. And this is why I tell people, and I say it so from my heart every time I say it, like, you're going to be better than me. Stay humble. And I know I have to put the message out there from now, because 2-3 years from now, I don't want anybody to walk around and be like, yo, I don't want anybody to walk around 2-3 years from now better than me and say, I never told you it was going to happen. All right. But in order for those moments to even happen in the future, on a day-to-day basis right now, we need to make sure that our 24 hours are aligned. And you're not in profit right now because you're not taking the time to learn from the opportunity holistically. You can't just build your way to chairman family. You have to have results. You have to have some sort of education. Pay attention. Pay attention. I've seen leaders legit go from $5,000 a month to $50,000 a month in 2 months. In 2 months, simply because they shifted their perspective. All right? The leaders who are flying through the compensation plan, family, we and them talk the least. All right, and I want you to understand this. This is a big misconception that most people have in this business. Like, the people who are flying through it and they're killing the game, I'm talking to them every day. Even people you see me with every day, like the Ricardo Hussies, me and Ricardo Hussey don't talk about business every day. We rarely talk about business, because he has a full understanding of what he needs to do with his 24 hours, so he goes and takes it to his village. Same thing with Marquita Jackson. Same thing with Aru Vance. Same thing with Chairman Dan. Me and these individuals on a day-to-day basis, we rarely talk about business. Those are my family. Those people, when it's time to come around, I can finally, okay, let me just be Nathan Samuel around these people. And it's because they have a full understanding of what it is they need to be doing with their 24 hours to feed their village. I need you to understand, once you make that connection between you and your family, once they truly understand what they need to do in order to free up their village and how to utilize their 24 hours, you guys are just relationship building at that point. You're helping them with money management. You're helping them buy properties. You're helping them buy expensive stuff. You're helping them take care of their family. You're helping them all right, let's kind of tend to the pain now. Because we all have problems and pain, but you got to grind through that. You're going to have to become successful, help a few other people become successful before you can have anybody really care about your problems and pain. And that is why on a day-to-day basis, you're working, you're putting in 24 hours, because I still had to work in the library for 2 years. I still had to work in the library 2 years for them to fire me on my very last day in order for us to get here. And on that very last day, I'm like, damn, I thought I lost my library job. I thought the whole broke loose. But then I said, that set me up. That set me up for me to go to college, me to get the good grades, me land an internship. Kid you not, I got fired from the internship, Wall Street. Another big, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. Another big pain, another big problem. But then what happens? Another blessing continues to rain. All you have to do is wake up, pray, and put your 24 hours to use. And I kid you not, God always in my life. How did I transition from library to college to Wall Street to Noops to Trade House to God is always going to make sure that you're in alignment with the success that you want. If you pray on it and you truly mean it, God will always make sure you're in alignment. But just because you're in alignment doesn't mean that you'll capture all blessings. Drop a 1 if you've seen somebody miss their blessings or block their blessings in your life before. We've all been there. We've all seen it. And that is why, family, that is why I'm so grateful for each and every one of us every day, because we have each other and we're all in alignment. You've never ever been in alignment with 40, 60, 100,000 people who look like you and generally want each other to win. I love this business from the bottom of my heart, and that's why I need for you to understand that it's so important for you to maximize on your 24 hours. And you can't not go through it. You can't not go through it. You can't not sit down on the trainings, all right? My last bit of advice for you, family, make a 108-day tally, all right? Everybody, I want you to do this, all right? I want you to write in Jess BBP. This is a gentleman I watch. He's Platinum 5,000 now. I watch him go through his tallies, and I don't even think he knows this. But I remember when I called him, we had a conversation, and he was kind of going through the motion of doing this thing. And then I told him, yo, let's do a 180-day tally, and let's do the things that we need to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Jess, P5, all right, BBP from New York. On a day-to-day basis, I was watching him now, and I've seen him doing it on the internet, like, okay, I'm on day this out of 180. I'm on day this out of this. I'm on this out of this. And his success is just falling into his life. And I'm just watching back like, damn, I wonder if people really knew it was that easy. Take yourself out of it, right? For the next 180 days, I want you to get on every single training. That's his Instagram right there. Jess. I was going to say Judd, but Judd and Jess are two different people, and I don't want to mix them up. But I'm talking specifically about Jess. That's Instagram, Jess the best. Platinum 5,000, and I'm telling you, there's no coincidence. He's going to be a Chairman 10 in the next 30 days or so. I can tell you by absolute fact. All right? And it's because on a day-to-day basis now, he's consistently reminding himself, okay, this is what I need to do. For the next 180 days, family, just get on every single training. You're over-leveraging because you're not hitting your trading plan enough. You didn't get the 112 trading plans in that 1 month. So that next 30 days, you know, okay, this is all I need to do. You might not have got on that max profit where they just stress the importance of doing this for 112 times. You may have missed that Nathan Samuel 12 o'clock, how to effectively run your 24 hours. So now you don't understand what's going on. Understand that this is just a moment. How you feel right now, that gratitude you may have, that gratefulness you may have right now, that hunger, understand that this is just one Zoom link in your life. This is not it. This is not the end all be all. God allowed for you to get 100, this feeling that you feel 112 times over the next 30 days. Drop a black heart if that resonates with you. If you realize that your God allowed for you to have this same feeling 111 more times over the course of the next 30 days. And I want you to realize, in no way, this is why I don't take any of the credit. I give God all of the glory, because I'm a human being. Even humbleness, gratefulness, truthfulness, this thing we preach, and I love to preach every single day. I to the point, people are getting tattooed on them, and it warms my heart. I'm like, I got to get the tattoo. But even me, I'm not perfect. I have my unhumble moments. I have my ungrateful moments. We all go through it, but you have to realize how good your God is, how he sets certain things up in alignment for your life, for you to continue to run every single day. If you're not feeling it, it's okay. There's going to be another moment, another link you can click that's going to give you the motivation and the drive you need to get to exactly where you need to go. All right, and I want you to know, I come to you before, I come right here in front of you. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm so far from perfect. But I also have a great understanding of this business. And I helped a lot of people become successful. And I know it wasn't even my work, it was God's work. And I'm more so now, all I'm doing now is studying exactly how it's happening so I can continue to pass the message. And this is me passing you the message. And it's going to be some people on this call where it's going to click and make sense. You pray, you're going to get on trainings, and you're going to force yourself in the beginning. You're going to fake it. It's going to be like, wow, this is what he says is going to make me $1 million, do all this stuff. And then on around day 62 or around day 45 or so, you're going to look up, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. You know, day 50, 156, you're going to be a six-figure earner. I told this to my leaders yesterday, family. You got to understand, this is a $10 million play. No one in your life has ever talked to you with this type of love or this type of genuineness and instill faith in it and told you can make $10 million with it. And that's not an income claim for anybody, but I'm here to tell you that. And that's why when I see certain things and I speak on certain things, it's because I understand how great we all are. And you're not here for six figures. You're not here for Chairman 10, 25, 50, 250, even Chairman 7. You're here for 750. It's 10 million right there. But you're here to get someone there. You're here to really get someone over the ledge, because I haven't done that, but I've witnessed I've witnessed people now who are getting people over the ledge. And that's the greatest gift that this opportunity could ever bring you. Your take profits are going to be a lot more bigger. Your profit in the market is going to be a lot more bigger once you realize that this opportunity is for you and your people, for everyone to win. All right? I love you guys all. And drop a 5 if this was able to help you out in just some anyway, all right? I want to give you guys 1 hour. I don't want to take too much longer of your time. We have 12. Next, we are going to have a 4 o'clock company call from Imran Ritchie. Imran Ritchie, Chairman 50. But before we get out of here, family, I want to open the floor. With just some words of love from, this is my big brother, Jay Mew. Like, I remember I used to see Jay Mew in middle school and high school. Like, laughing, we used to joke, Imran's cousin. And it's just the biggest blessing now. It's the biggest blessing to have him here in front of us and for us just to indulge in these moments with him. All right. So, Jamie, if you're here, just give us some words. I love you, big bro. How you feel? What's going on? Talk to me, my brother. Talk to me.
Man, I'm grateful, man. I'm blessed. I'm so happy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Just sitting back, listening, and just being a student. I'm continuing to be a student, man, and just all praise due to the high most, for real. I'm lost for words. I'm startled, actually. So, as I'm just watching, I'm gonna continue to watch. I'm gonna continue to learn, and just be grateful through it all. I love you, bro. Appreciate this stuff, for real.
I love you more, King. I love you more, and I'm extremely proud of you. All right, family. Let me go ahead and claim host back. All right. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock. Today we are going to do 12, 4, 5, and 9, I believe. All right. My Instagram is Nate from LI. All right. And more importantly, though, you guys need to make sure that you are in these 2 chats, positioned in front of the information. See you guys at the top.